What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt Taville with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Anthony Joshua. Get this. Anthony Joshua states that I'm a contender. I have nothing to protect. Well, damn. Anthony Joshua is ready for his next phase of his career, speaking with Sky Sports ahead of his must-win April 1st comeback with Jermaine Franklin, as he said he has no longer got anything to protect, as in world titles or unbeaten records. Joshua says that he is looking at himself as a contender, and he is eager to see how he feels when walking to the ring as one. He says, when you're searching for greatness, when you're searching for better, you've got to go outside of your comfort zone and go looking and searching, Joshua said. I ended up in Texas, and Derek James is a good coach amongst many other trainers out there. I felt Derek was a good fit for me. I'm looking at myself as a contender. When you have the belts and are champion, you have to fight a certain way because you're going against someone who's coming to take what you have. There's different mindsets to you trying to protect what you have. Now I haven't got anything to protect, so I'm going to come in with a different mindset. So that's what's different about it. Those are the words of Anthony Joshua, and let me counterpunch. I hear what AJ's saying, but understand this. You have everything to protect. You have your reputation as a top fighter to protect. You have your fan base to protect. You have those endorsements that is backed by how good you are in the ring to protect. Your record, your consistency of being a winner. You have a lot of things to protect. I don't buy that. I don't buy that at all. This isn't a... Look. This would be different if AJ lost this fight April 1st, and then he says this like, look, I have nothing to lose. That would be believable because really you don't. Because you've already lost 3 back-to-back, and then no one's really looking at you or expect you to win anything else because they've already written you off. In this case, you've been beaten by one guy back-to-back twice, and which is not a really big deal for me. Oscar De La Hoya did the same shit. The only difference was Oscar De La Hoya was beaten by Sugar Shane Mosley, and it was a back-to-back. But it was, he did get beat twice by Sugar Shane Mosley, though. It's just he had wins in between. So I think the perception of that changed everything, right? Because if Oscar would have fought and lost back-to-back to Mosley, we would have had a different result. But what happened to Mosley? He got beat by Vernon Forrest. So, that changed everything too, because if he ain't so good, then he ain't so bad then, right? So I think that's what that's about, okay? So with Anthony Joshua, though, if he loses this fight, I think people then will write him off. I think people then will say, you know what? He has nothing to protect. There is nothing that he's holding on to. He's been beaten. He has 4 losses. So there's no reason for him to fight a certain way or fight timid or scared or very, very defensive because he's afraid of getting caught with this shot that takes him out of the park. Those type of things. But in this case, he is a contender. I do agree with him that he is still searching for something. He's searching for a change. He's searching for a home. And I mean a real home. I don't mean a temporary home like he was with Robert Garcia backed by Angel Fernandez. I mean, he's looking for like Derek James. You go far out or you go abroad to see what you can do. Vladimir Klitschko did it. Tyson Fury did it. Lennox Lewis did it. So why not Anthony Joshua? Okay, and all those guys weren't American. But they came over here to see what they could learn and what these trainers can turn them into to change their mindset, to change their technique, to change the way they attack and all of that. Okay. So I think at least if you want to give AJ credit for anything, if he was that satisfied with what he had, he should have stayed with Angel Fernandez, or he could have went back to Rob McCracken. And he's learned every possible thing there is to learn from Rob in the amateurs from the amateurs. There's nothing more that he can pour out of his cup into AJ's cup because AJ, he's already seen it all. He's already drank every drop from the cup of Rob McCracken. Okay? So I think, He's doing like a Rocky, going with Apollo, going abroad, going with these tough fighters, going with the sweat, the grit, these badass guys that really don't get the recognition but are still bad MFers, those guys. And it takes the desire to do that to go abroad versus being comfortable like a lot of people think AJ is. Like a lot of people question if he's a fighter or not, or if he ever was. Like those type of things really are insulting when I heard it. But understand, this man didn't have to spend all this money to do this if he wasn't still chasing greatness, if he wasn't still trying to find a home, if he wasn't still trying to improve as a fighter. He's just now a contender. But no, I do not agree with him. I don't think he has nothing to protect. Yeah, you do. You got a lot to protect. That's why April 1st is a must win. If you had nothing to protect, okay, April 1st wouldn't be a must win. It would be another day that someone lied to you and said April Fools. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think of AJ saying that I'm a contender now and I have nothing to protect. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.